compete myself, I think little Sebi would be very happy. Little Jensen Brooksby would not be happy with what happened today. He is at a career high, making his main draw debut against Federico Coria, Andy, but this one was about more than tennis.
Yeah, things got a little chippy to say the least here. As you see him kind of dump his volley a little bit, he's not too happy about it. But take some risk. We've seen people hit balls in the wrong spots. Decides to double down, flings his racket, and covers a lot of ground. Lucky enough that his opponent, the ref, a ball kid, those are all in play on that one. So he's really good at learning his lessons and not making the same mistakes twice while playing points on the tennis court. As we'll see in this match, not exactly as good about not making the same mistake twice as far as throwing a racket. And I love his passion, but right there, the difference between him being defaulted and not defaulted is that ball boy getting out of the way, which I don't think should be kind of the litmus test for you're still in the tournament or you're not. But this was I think he would probably admit, a very dumb mistake. Coria has every right to be confused about why that match wasn't over at that point. But credit to Brooks being able to get back on track. You have no doubts about his ability to problem solve on court, but kind of an ugly situation with this match today. It'll probably dominate the storylines.
Yeah, and Jensen Brooksby went to our Tennis Channel desk to apologize after the match.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it was really just a personal battle with myself out there. I'd like to, apologize for my behavior. I mean, the first set with hitting the ball out in the racket throw, and then, later in the third set, it's not, I don't really feel like that's me, and I really feel bad about that. I was just, more frustrated with myself. Unfortunately, I had let it up that way.
Was able to meet with the ball person after they worked it all out. They had a nice conversation, but Coria said he should have been defaulted there. What do you think?
No, I mean, that's not okay. When you see, that type of reaction, and look, we all understand as players the frustration where you just want to throw something, you want to, almost hit yourself, and you can't. And so you get that part of it, but this is what we have to start preventing, because it started early in the match after the first set, and it was sort of allowed, and then this could have been so much worse than it actually was. And a ball person should not have to do that. A lines person should not have to move out of the way and contort themselves to not get hit on a tennis court. So I think more should be done. Certainly the question is, should he have been defaulted? Maybe so. I mean, it looked like it kind of hit the ball person.
Yeah, it did off of the bounce.
And that would be an immediate default. So I think at some point we've got to stick to the rules to try to prevent something worse from happening, because at the end of the day, that's what you don't want to see.
Andy, do we need to start making some suspensions? I mean, we saw this with Nick Kyrgios at Indian Wells. Somebody had to move out of the way of his racket. Same thing happens here. And if they don't get suspended or hefty fines, you feel like it's just going to keep happening.
Yeah, simply it should be about the action more than the result. We saw Novak Djokovic get famously defaulted a couple years ago at the U.S. Open. I thought that was probably more benign than what we saw from Zverev, from Kyrgios, from Jensen Brooksby today. So we at least have to be consistent about, listen, I don't care what someone does to their own racket, right? It's their racket, they can break it if they want. But as soon as it crosses the line to where I can actually inflict harm on someone else, whether that be a ball kid, a referee, plus it's just kind of dumb to throw a racket towards a corner. That's where everything takes place in between points. You know where people are situated. So I'm not mad at someone breaking a racket out of frustration. That doesn't bother me. Be hypocritical if I said anything about that. But as soon as it affects someone else and can potentially hurt someone, that's got to be courteous.
All right, we'll see what happens, and hopefully Jensen Brooksby learns from this. He did win and is moving